It was gonna find you.
Well, Miss A, he's the one that's always got caught by the train, so I was trying to.
But they changed their schedule for me.
You believe that?
Yeah, so my CSX did that.
Yeah.
Maybe come there, so we have this.
Good evening. Call to order. I would like to stand and do the pledge at this time.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank you all for coming, and thanks to the veterans in the room tonight. At this time, I'd like to approval of the minutes for council meeting April 21st. You'll have a chance to read through. Take a minute.
I didn't put them in that packet, they're in your box a day or two after the meeting.
Right. I read mine already, I've seen discrepancies. I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Second. All those in favor? Motion carries. At this time, as far as old business is concerned, we have in our packet a resolution for Lakes Statham cash bond agreement. I guess it had an amendment done to it, so this would supersede last year's agreement. And basically, it's accepting the wording as it is, so that when they do put up the cash bond, we can possibly move forward. So, asking for a motion to accept the amendment as written.
I have a question for, Mr. Campbell. Did you change the wording in this one way, or?
The changes were actually presented by the attorney for AALA, Lakes Statham.
Okay.
The changes, though, are ministerial only. There's no changes to the substance of it. Really, all it's doing is it's changing, obviously, the name of the city attorney, since that has changed.
Sure.
Deleting that notice goes to the city administrator, since there isn't one, and it will instead come to the city clerk. Those are really the only changes that are in there.
Okay.
But because there was already an approval of the previous form,
Sure.
we thought it was prudent to come back to council just to bless those minor changes.
Well, sure, I just wanted to point out, or just wanted to make sure everyone knew what changes were made to this one before we approved it. I'll make a motion that we adopt a resolution for Lakes Statham.
Second, all those in favor? Motion carries. At this time, we have the Lakes of Statham final plat with contingencies. I understand that there's some information on it.
So it's my understanding, Mayor, that the bonds, cash bonds is not deposited or wired to city accounts. And because of that, we make a motion that we postpone, the approval or the vote, I'm sorry, that we postpone the vote for the final plat of contingencies for Lake Statham until the June, I believe 16th meeting.
June 16th is the next. That is the correct, okay.
I second.
All right, all those in favor of tabling? Okay, and the motion carries. Under new business, we have Mr. Marvin Harper with the Winder Lions renting these teeth and they're falling out. To use the baseball fields here, would you like to present?
Last year we used those, sorry, I said that here too. Last year we used the fields, the year before that we used the fields as well for our baseball for runoff kids. This year we're trying something different. We have no organization here in Statham for baseball. There's nothing for kids to sign up for, as far as baseball sports here. So Winder's getting revenue for kids here. Bear County Rec is getting revenue from kids here as well. We want to continue using the fields you guys provide with us every year. We love the fields, we love the time, we love the facilities, we love the food here. I come here every single day anyway, but our goal actually is to push each individual city to have its own baseball organization, so we can actually play baseball within Bear County. Have a city, a Statham League, a Winder League, a Bear League, and a Auburn League. Michael Parks and I talked last year. We formed what's called the Barrow Baseball League, and we just play each other. There's between two of us, I think there's 43 teams combined. That goes from our 3-year-olds all the way to our 17, 18-year-olds. Our 10-year-olds right now actually hold the state record for the most wins of the season in Georgia. And they're alliance. We're not affiliated with anybody. We're our own park, we're a nonprofit. The city doesn't fund us, the county doesn't fund us. We're not asking for any funding at all from cities. We're not asking for any money from you all. All I'm asking is give us a shot to actually get a baseball league started in the state. We had it started in the Little League a long time ago. Back when I was a kid playing baseball here. Yeah. So we had it a long time ago. I played on the same fields over there. I played on the same fields. I coach my kids on the Winder Lions. Most of the dads that I deal with every single day at baseball, they play in the same parks that our kids are playing now. And we can't stand driving all the way to Commerce or Bank County, Franklin, Habersham, Oconee to play games. We play games right here in our back door. It may cost the city another $100 a year in light bill, or $40 a year extra on water. It keeps the kids in young. And most importantly, I've also noticed that whenever we're practicing here, the restaurants are full too. I bring 60 kids here, 60 people every time I practice, and that's including kids, mom and dad, grandma, and their children as well. So it helps the city with it. And to be honest with you, I'm just sick and tired of dealing with the county on the whole thing, because they've got all the monster fields they can use. And I don't call them to ask for the fields. They call me asking for first space to put their kids at. And it's not fair, because the kids that I deal with every single day, we run a nonprofit. They're going to go strictly for uniforms and the maintenance of the ballpark. Nothing goes in our pockets. They get paid to do that. I'm hopeful I'm deputy, so I don't get paid to do that kind of stuff. But we just want to bring something here. And I'm also pushing toward Boca too. I want us to be closer and closer. They have a little league over there. They can't play us because we're not little league affiliated. We will pay all dues. We raise money for this stuff anyway, so like I said, it won't cost you guys a penny, except for the taxes that the land sets on, where we all pay that every year. If we have to, we'll pay for that too, but we just want to continue to build our baseball program. But our goal this upcoming spring, not fall, spring season coming up, is to actually have a Little League Association affiliation in Bear County. The only one we have is actually State Little League up here, but that's not State in the state, that's actually county. I turned that field over to Alan Baldwin, who owns 30 South Outlaws, who's a travel organization. I couldn't take that field over anymore. I couldn't cut the grass. I was having to take one person to cut our ballpark and that one too as well. So he and I are teaming up. We're going to start a Little League Association to actually compete with World Series Little League Association. And know what I'm talking about. These kids bring national championships and it brings recognition like that, and brings games and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people to a single game in your little city. So that's what our goal is.
Okay. Now, my understanding is, that we lease both the Hillman Park and, Robert Bridges Park
Yes, sir.
to you all for $1
Yes, sir.
lease. Okay. Anyone else have questions?
I have a question.
I got 343 right now. That's good, man. Yeah, I didn't mention that. I've got 343 kids right now.
Okay. I have a question here.
You do have your own liability insurance.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir, I sure do, yes, sir. Yeah. So our home field is the Winder Lions. I'm a member of the Lions Club as well. And I run the Lions Club organization baseball. So they allow us to use our field. The thing is, they determined they need the president of the board, which is me, to be a board member for them as well. So I deal with them as well for that, but they allow us to use our field, and they use our kids for sponsorships for their community service efforts as well. That is, try to do it. I know we had an issue this past year. The batting cages over at Hillman Rainwater, I took them down. The net keep getting cut, and it's $640 to replace the nets all the time. So I was like, I can't afford no more. I did mess up. I had to pull them up. I had to take it up to my parks. If you can replace the nets, you have the cages, have that. But prior administration, he told me we can have it, so he put it over here. I offered to put it back up, and I would like to put it back up over here, since there's more traffic at that ballpark and at that facility than is over here. I think it'd be better managed over here at Robert Bridges Park if we could leave the bank cages in that area. And they're over there and behind the maintenance shop right now.
Mayor, I have a question for legal counsel. I'm a standing member of the Statham's Lions Club, which is part of Lions Club International. Should I abstain from this vote?
You're not conflicted because technically the Lions Club is not the tenant, it's actually the individual, because there's no, I understand there's no baseball specific organization incorporated. So no, because the Lions Club is not a party to this, you do not have to abstain.
Mayor,
Yes.
we need a copy of his insurance.
I've got it in my email. I was trying to pull it up all good, but I couldn't get the Wi-Fi, guess password. So as soon as I got the email to you, as soon as I get Wi-Fi, we're ready.
We'll hook you up for you.
Yes, sir.
So, any other questions for,
I have a comment. Marvin, I can't thank you enough for bringing Statham and the children and bringing the kids here to play baseball. It's the best use of the parks. I think it's where the parks get the most use, the most activity. And I like your idea about bringing the Statham baseball league back and getting these children around this area involved and not having to travel so far. So
That's my goal.
yeah, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I'm sure the other parents and the baseball parents, I'm sure they also appreciate it too. So thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
any other questions? I'd like a motion to accept his offer to maintain our fields and bring some happy kids to the ball field.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the lease agreement between Whiting's Lions Club and City.
All those in favor? And the motion carries. Thank you very much, and we'll make sure you can transmit before you leave, unless you want to wait until you get home. We can talk afterwards if you'd like.
Yes, sir.
And thanks again.
Thank you, Mayor.
Next on the agenda is an ordinance for building permit fee schedule. Something that we worked with Jerry Weiss on, and a little bit with Hal, with the Bureau Veritas and everyone should have that in their packet. This is more in line with all the other municipalities that are in the area that have builders and developers coming in. And Jerry felt that we should get our fees more in line with everyone around us. And we're still under on most cases. So I don't look at it as an opportunity to gouging. It's just bringing us more in line with everyone else. So anybody have any questions on that permit fee schedule?
This is what we're splitting with Bureau Veritas, and
Yeah, some of it, like permits, yes, we have a 70-30 split
Yeah.
right now.
okay,
But I've already spoken with how we're gonna renegotiate.
okay, good.
So,
Someone offset the cost of their services,
right.
because we're bringing more money in,
Mhm.
okay? So the column on the left shows what we were charging. The column on the right shows what we're proposing.
Yes.
Okay.
In most cases, I think we're about $50 less than anyone else.
Okay.
Some cases a little more than that, but it's more acceptable as a fee schedule and, like I said, more up to date.
Did Jerry get these figures from some other cities, or?
Yes. Yeah, comparable in population, size, types of developments and things like that. So very, very, very comparable.
Okay.
Now I have a motion to accept the ordinance.
I'll make the motion. We amend the fee schedule as written.
Second. All those in favor? The motion carries. Next on the agenda is, has to do with the audit fiscal 17, an update. Council, Crowley, would you give us that update?
I will. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight first, and for those that showed up to the workshop, the previous week, I think it was. I want to apologize on my part because I was sick, and I know your time is valuable, so for me, I want to say I apologize. Second, we've been working hard on this audit, and I know that the citizens had been promised that it was going to be done by December 31st. Susan can attest that there's been a lot of trials and tribulations to that, and I want to say that for the bulk part of it, Susan is to get the credit for helping us get this done, along with Cheryl and myself, who is now on the Finance Committee. So right now I'm excited to say that we have completed the 2017 audit upon the final review of the mayor and the city council. This is one step closer for us to get into a position to receive state and federal funds for the city's future. Before anybody asks any questions, as far as when it is, you can take a look at it. When it comes back from the state and we get that in our hands, the 2017 audit binders from the auditing firm, then it will be available for public view at that time. But I'm really excited about it because now that once the state accepts our 2017 audit, at that time we'll be able to apply for the LMIG state funding, which will help us cover the cost of the roads that we so desperately need to get fixed, like the one we discussed here not too long ago at a budget meeting. That's going to cost the city a pretty good penny. But I wanted to thank everybody for your patience with it. We worked very, very hard at getting this done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, I know the amount of work that, everyone put into getting this completed, and it hasn't been an easy process, and I'd like to express my appreciation as well. And, hopefully in the next couple of years it'll go smoothly.
Okay. Next on the agenda, we all have in our packet a contract. I'd like to recommend that we continue with the firm of Bates and Carter. We've spoken, both the committee members and I, with Amanda at Bates and Carter, and that they could actually work on fiscal 2018 and 2019 concurrently. So there is a little late at the end of the tunnel, but this could be completed by the end of the year. And if they're doing both at the same time, some of the things that they're going to be asking for, they'll be able to utilize for both those audits, plus what they've already accomplished with the 2017. So I think it would be in best interest of the city at this point that we give them the opportunity to do the 2018, 2019 concurrently, and hopefully move us even closer. With the fiscal 17 being done as of yesterday's date, and as council said, it puts us in a better position. It will get us, once the state accepts it, it takes us off of a naughty list, so to speak, but it's a permanent ineligible for any LMIG funds. So once that is acceptable, and I spoke with our commissioner representative today, and he confirmed with me that once that is accepted by the state, they will take us off that permanent ineligible, and we can apply for some of the monies. Now, it's not going to be as much as it would have been back then, but it may help get some of the bad areas taken care of. So I just wanted to pass that on as part of what the council said. So I would like for the council to consider accepting the Bates-Carter contract for 2018, 2019.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the contract with auditing firm Bates and Carter for fiscal year 2018 and 2019 at the amount of $13,500 for each fiscal year.
I second.
All those in favor? And the motion carries. At this time, Counselor, we have the need for executive session.
We do briefly, Mayor.
Okay. Do I have a motion to go to executive session?
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Litigation.
Thank you. Ms. Lyle has seconded. All those in favor? And the motion carries. We'll be back shortly.
I make a motion, we come out of executive session.
All those in favor? The motion carries.
Mayor, for the purpose of the record, the mayor and the city council of the city of Statham adjourned in closed session to discuss matters protected from the Open Meetings Act, accepted from them, to discuss pending litigation. No votes were taken, no actions were formally adopted by the mayor and city council. A copy of the resolution and the affidavit will be included with the minutes.
On the motion to adjourn? We don't need a motion? Yeah. Second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Motion carries. Thanks everyone for coming tonight. I see the chief and captain are back there.
Drew, and your wife.
Are the groups?